Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neha Yogesh. I'm a yoga teacher and wellness coach. We discuss a lot of topics about women wellness and what's happening around us, and also a lot of yoga flows are there on my channel for you to practice from anywhere, any part of the world. So today's topic is healing, especially healing for women. Over the past few years, I can see that this has become quite a center of lot of our journeys, which as it should be. Today, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my journey, tips of if you're starting on this journey, what to do, what not to do, and few philosophy from yoga and from my own experience to break down few of the concepts, complicated concepts, which I love breaking down for you guys. So if you're new here, subscribe and let's get started. It's very interesting. Healing journey or healing yourself, becoming more self-aware are all the good things that we should be focusing our energy and our effort on. But because it has become such a mainstream and we are bombarded with so much of information, especially on social media, even otherwise, there are times where it can look very overwhelming and daunting. And also one more list added to your everlasting list of the things that we need to do every day to be on this beautiful planet. If you've been hurt, if the experiences, if pleasant, unpleasant experiences, and if unpleasant people have showed up in your life, have kind of left a mark physically, mentally, or emotionally, this journey is for you. So most of the time we are taught to actually hold on to these unpleasant experiences and kind of want justice and keep blaming other people to be in the victim mindset. This actually it doesn't work. I don't know who said this first, but it's said to obviously make you move away from your power and be in that circle. So whenever anything externally is happening to you, there is a choice for you to be grounded, be stable, be in your joyous, amazing self, irrespective of what is happening physically, mentally, and emotionally. All these three layers. We're just not physical body, right? So if for example, these things have happened in your life, already now you're getting a couple of incidents or memories that you've been holding on to is kind of coming to the surface. Perfect. So many things for women to be doing every day when we are asking more things to be done to be in this modern world in women's body. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. So healing journey, at least for me, is moving from victim mindset to becoming more self-aware and putting effort and radical self-acceptance and acceptance of the life as it is. So healing journey will not start, or it will be difficult to start if we are not able to understand that victim mindset cannot help us for longer time in life, and it can be daunting and it's an energy depleter. So when we talk about, when we talk about victimization, when we talk about trying to help ourselves and become more self-aware, there might be question like, but there are so many things happening to us and there are so many wrongdoings. There are situations, there are people, there are experiences that are not in my control. And these external factors are causing me pain, hurt, discomfort, unpleasant experiences. We need to acknowledge that I want to acknowledge that it hasn't become easier for women to exist, let alone thrive in these environments, in these situations that we are put in without our choices. But when we take the step, reclaim the power, and move away from victim mindset, magical things start appearing in our lives. So if we talk about universe, God, I'll keep interchanging to however you want to put the source into perspective, you can go ahead. But when we talk about universe, when we talk about journey, our path, most of the times we think that our current situation, or let's say the place that we were born, the family that we were born to, or the things that are not in our control kind of dictates how our life spans and what path can look like. But that's the opposite of it. In my experience, it doesn't matter what situation, what family you're born into, or the things that you are in, not in your control, how it look like. The choices that you make, irrespective of those things, those will actually help you to carve out your own path, which you know you deserve based on your self-worth. So two things. Whatever situation you are in currently, if it was out of your control, those aspects, those parameters will not dictate your life. So we need to really sit with it and understand. But the choices you make in whatever you're in situation, that choice matter the most, and that choice can have a ripple effect to help you be on the track of your path. So universe or God or your well-wishers or guardian angels are always helping you irrespective of your situation and what are the things that have happened to you in your life's journey. Irrespective of that, they're always wanting you to get on your path where you feel confident, where you know your self-worth is met, the opportunities flow in, you're always prepared to take on, and you never let go of your power, self-acceptance, and always have a steady mind. So then when we move away from the victim mindset, when we think that, okay, from today, I will be more conscious of the choices that I make. I will not settle. I know my self-worth, and I'm going to always choose the opportunities, choose the options, choose everything with this being mindful about that. Every choice matters, small or big, and universe is guiding me, divinity is guiding me, and myself. I want to succeed. I want to be on my path. I want to be closer to my soul's mission. So having these two things as anchors, always be conscious of your choices and always have the power of choice in your hand, and always moving away from victim mindset. Healing journey or healing will make you let go of people's experiences of the things that has happened to you, and you switch the table. Amazing. To always be in control of your emotions, in control of how you respond, and in control of what you are letting in. So whatever externally that is happening, it can still happen the way it is. Healing journey, or being a yoga teacher, or being completely aware, self-aware, or conscious doesn't mean that the external world will drastically change. That is something, it's a myth that almost people think that that's the point, because the other materialistic world and people will always keep telling you, change your environment, change your where you live, change your family, like there are a lot of things that keep the conversation keep happening around the environment about what you want in material world, which I think sometimes works perfectly, and which I think you should be on that path. But if you are someone who has struggled with the things that I told about, any kind of pain, hurt, guilt, shame around certain past experiences, this specifically is for really past experiences from childhood, from your teenage, or from a really long time, you are ready to let go. If you're already clicked on this video, it means that you're ready. So this is your sign. If someone asks, you're already on your healing journey. So few things few to-dos if you're on a healing journey, irrespective of where you are, what you're doing, and what that experience can be. I want to talk about the skills that you can develop, not just for one situation. It could be for any situation. First thing is processing it. So most of the time when something happens to us, we immediately kind of disassociate from that at that point or immediately when it happens, but we keep coming back to it again and again and again and again. So I think one of my teacher told me that a person can hurt you once, but you will hurt yourself 1,000 times thinking about the same thing. So what we can do, a powerful tool that we have free, is to journal. So journaling, processing whatever has happened, unpleasant experiences, really sitting with that experience and that person or whatever that has happened to you really helps you to look at it for longer for it to disappear or for it to let go. So a lot of the times our inner world just needs our attention for longer period. For it's like, imagine it's like one of my teachers used to tell, it's like a kid throwing a tantrum and you keep looking away, you keep distracting yourself thinking that the kid will be quiet, but guess what is going to happen? So yeah, so journaling is something which is free, which is doesn't have too much of structure. I would recommend you to start processing some of the when you're listening to it, some of the major hurt or guilt or anything that's coming to the surface. I would write about them, process about them, and again, how would you change the story, the narration, and you can literally write that I was a victim, or I used to think I was a victim of this, but I am ready to let go. It's as simple as that, you know. I always want to make at least these things very simpler practices that can be accessible to everybody and also very effective. So first one is journaling. Second one, this is specifically for people having any pain in the physical body. It could work for number of experiences, unpleasant experiences that you can think about. Our everlasting, wonderful yoga practice, asana practice. So one of the reasons I became yoga teacher was that asana really paved a path for me to make the connection with my physical body, to process the emotions, to process pleasant, good, bad, any of the experiences really well. So the yoga practice is an amazing tool for your healing journey, which is, again, you can find a lot of videos on YouTube, on my channel, to just keep practicing. And as I'm saying this, yoga practice is the best, but any physical movement, any shaking, any movement of energy in the physical body really helps. And if you are like, I don't like workout, I don't like asana practice, I don't want to, I find it restrictive or some way it is not getting called to you, dance. Third point. Dancing really helps, and it took a long time for me to realize that dancing it's been like a best medicine for me in my life, because I have been dancing since like very, very long time. And so dancing is just not like, putting on a music and choreographing or doing something specific. Dancing is like dancing like nobody's watching, putting on the best music, being very comfortable in your body, maybe alone, and having this practice, especially for women. It's such an amazing practice, and not a lot of people know this and understand this. Free movement. So when I'm saying dancing, free movement, shaking your body like intuitively, and it really helps you to, again, connect with our body. So these are the few tips I think will really help you to start healing journey. I'll leave them in the description below. It's quite easy, and you can do it at any time. I really like practices which I can do it at any time, anywhere. So these things are like free and are so quick and easy way to just check within ourselves what we need, and becoming more and more resourceful. Few tips of what not to do, and I'll finish this video because it is so important, guys, girls, ladies. when we see a reel, when we see someone talking about healing, when we see someone saying that buy this thing to start your healing journey, or this product to start your journey, and there are not science backed. When I say science, also it's not coming from experience, it's just knowledge getting moved from one place to another. You need to develop this you need to develop the discernment when you're reading this about this, because these are very powerful practices, sometimes received from a person or from a medium which doesn't have a good intention, can lead you to a not so pleasant places. I'm saying this with all of my love for you and care, because we have seen most of the times when we are on this journey, we want all the help and support from people. So in this, when you're waiting to receive, you could be vulnerable. So I would really make this a unique journey and have only share enough information, or when you're sharing with somebody, especially strangers or a person whom you don't know what the qualification is, especially on the Instagram, on the internet, to when you're actually discussing with them, keep it very short, and don't share a lot of personal stories or personal experiences unless you know this person, you trust this person, and you know where that person is coming from, what their qualification is. Because most of the times we have seen, we have experienced this, and which breaks my heart to actually witness this. But again, always asking the right question, always being again in your power. When we are on healing journey, we are looking out for places where we can go and quickly get it fixed and be on the journey. So we are more impatient when we decide that, oh, the power is in me. If I do this, I'll be able to heal. I'll be able to get past this and move on and process this. So there is like a little bit of impatient as humans, but my experience with it is take it slow, do things which really make sense for you, and practice with people whom you feel safe. And small steps, consistent steps for a really long time will help you. And last thing, this journey, healing journey, and being, whether a spiritual journey, whether taking radical self-acceptance, increasing self-awareness, it's a lifelong journey. It is a lifelong journey, and we get better with time, with practices, with coming back to center. So giving yourself grace, kindness, compassion, and not getting frustrated with the process, really, again, this is a healing journey in itself. When you can practice grace with yourself, give that little bit of love and support, and not push beyond what your capacity is, then the magic unfolds, and then you cannot look back. So I'm very excited that you clicked on this video. You're here to know a little bit about healing journey, and as complicated or as simple it sounds, it's pretty simple. As you start being on this journey, you will realize more tools come along, more people start showing up to guide you. So the first step has to be yours, and everything else will be taken care by the universe. So I'm so excited for you. Comment below what's the next topic that you want to talk about. It really helps me to drop in and sit with you. And I really love these videos. Comment, share with all the girlfriends, and let me know if you started any of these practice, or if you've already been practicing, what is your healing journey looks like. And if you have any tips, please leave them in the comment for other girlies. And I'm so excited. I'm seeing it. Maybe the camera is a little tilted. I'm sorry if it has. I'm not really sure. So thank you. I'm signing off, and I'll see you next month with amazing topic and some yoga flows for you to practice. So subscribe, and see you soon.